Hello everyone. So this is the continuation of the first video. If you remember, in the first video we have discussed what is simple past tense. Now we will discuss about regular and irregular verbs in past tense. So what is regular verb? Regular verb, if we say, it means that most verbs, when it ends or when we add at the end of that same verb like d or ed, then it becomes the past form. For example, needed. Needed, the word, the what is the base word? That is need. Here I'll show. Need is the base word. And here what I have added? Ed. Once I add ed at the end, the entire word becomes past tense. Same thing like shout. 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 So this is the present form. Once I add ed at the end of this word, it becomes shouted, and it becomes which forms of verb? Second form of verb, that means past tense. So we have studied from the childhood only that if we want to change a word into a past tense, change a verb, so we simply add d or ed at the end, that means the suffix. Alright, now moving to another slide. Let's see. Here are some few examples like laugh. When we have added ed, it become laughed, and that automatically the tense got changed. Initially laugh was present tense. After adding ed as a suffix, it becomes past tense. Another word, talk. Talk, after adding ed, it become past, talked. Another one, jump, and after adding ed, it become jumped. So in short, we can say that irregular verbs means simply adding d or ed at the end of a verb to make it past. Here are the few examples you can see. Now next is your irregular. Irregular is opposite of regular verb. Here we do not simply add ed or d at the end of a verb to make it past. If teachers say that change the word talk into past tense, this is the verb because it is an action, you will simply say talked, ed. But there are some cases in some verbs in which we cannot add ed, but we can change it into past tense without adding ed. For example, the basic example I'll give you, eat. E-A-T, eat. Eat is a present form of verb. We cannot write eated, E-A-T-E-D. If simply we write eated, it becomes wrong. There is no such word like eated. So what we can write? A-T-E, ate. After writing ate, it becomes which form? Past form of a verb. So here you can see we have changed the verb eat from present to past, that is ate, without adding d or ed at the end of a word to make it past. So this is your irregular verb where d or ed is not required, is not added at the end of a verb to make it past. Alright, so you can see few examples. Drink. Past tense of drink is drank. Spring, sprang. Know, knew. These are the examples which shows that there are few verbs which while changing into past tense we cannot add d or ed, but still we can change. How we can change? We have to change the entire spelling, and this one is little bit tricky, and there is no such patterns to remember. You have to memorize these things, and once you solve the more and more exercises, automatically these things will come in your mind. Now here you can see another examples of irregular verbs. Go. Go is a present form of verb. To change it into past form, we write went. We cannot write good. We write went. Do. Past form of do is did. Say. Past tense of say is said. And so on. You can see lots many examples is being given over here. Next, now we'll study about past continuous tense. Alright, so here you can see past is given in the beginning. Past again means something which is already being done in the past, okay, which is already being done. But here I have written continuous tense. So what does it mean? It refers to an action that was going on a certain period of time. ऐसा action के बारे में बात करेंगे that was going on in the past. Alright, which was going on in the past. Now see. So it is used to express a continued or ongoing action. As I told you, the basic difference between simple past and past continuous is that in simple past we only say that particular action that has already taken place. But when we talk about past continuous tense, so we say the action that was going on for a certain period of time in the past. For example, he was laughing. He was laughing. That means right now the boy is sitting quietly. But in the past, what was his action? He was laughing. That means this action was going on. Alright. So what is the rule? Here, one basic important thing you have to understand and you have to remember also, we use helping verb in past continuous tense. If you remember, in simple past tense, we never use any helping verb. But in past continuous tense, we use a helping verb, and there may be only two helping verb, that is was and another one is were. Alright, these are the two helping verbs which is used in past continuous tense. So how you will remember when to use was and when to use were? Depending on the subject. Subject means doer of the action, who is doing the action. If the subject is singular, we will use was. If the subject is plural, we will use were. Okay, and the verb, when we will write, we will not write add ed or d. Anything which is in continuous form, we always add ing at the end of the verb. I hope it is clear to all of you. Let us see more examples. You will get to know what is this. Now, here it is. Before we do the examples, these are the basic things which you should know. As I told you, when to use was and when to use were. When the subjects, these are the subjects, I, you, we, they, he, she, it. These are the subjects. Now, I. First let us start with, yes, I. Okay. So, I means what? Singular. Means we are talking about ourselves only. When a person is particularly talking about themselves only, not them, sorry, himself or herself, we always use was because I is singular. You, we and they, these three verbs, these three are the subject which is plural, that means more than one. So when you will see that in a sentence it begins with you, we or they, that means the subject is plural, and for plural which verb we will use? Were. And if the sentence begin with he, she or it, suppose in place of he the name of a person is given, Rahul is given, so that means the subject is singular. The subject is singular, that means only one subject is there, so we will use was as a helping verb. So this thing you have to remember, you have to keep in your mind that when we write a sentence, we have to always focus on the subject. If the subject is singular, only one, we will write was as a helping verb. If the subject is plural, more than one, means there is more than one people, one object, so we will simply write were. And with the main verb, that is our action, we always add ing. Suppose if we are writing eat, so we will write eat and ing as a suffix to make it as a continuous tense, eating. Now, coming to the next slide, here are some examples. You can see They were having a birthday party last Sunday. Now, the sentence begins with this word they. They means the subject, doer of the action, and they means you can see how many people are there. 1, 2 and 3. There are 3 people. That means more than one. So we have written they. So that means it is plural. It is plural. So when the subject is plural, so your helping verb will also become plural. That is were. Were is always used with a plural subject. And what they were having? They were having a birthday party. So having is written over here. HAV. Having, ing extra we have added. So why we have added ing? To make it continuous. That last Sunday they were having party, birthday party. Alright. Now let us see more examples. Children were playing games. Here in this picture you can see there is more than one child. So children, the subject is children, that means more than one. Again it is plural. So when the subject is plural, so your helping verb will again become plural, that is were. Now what is the action of these children? What they are doing? They are playing. So that means these actions was being done and it was in a continuous form. So we will write ing with the word play. Now let's see the last example. I was watching TV when she called. Now, here the subject is I, doer of the action. I, you can see only one person is sitting over here and that is singular. That means only one. So, the subject is singular. So, when the subject is singular, so helping verb will also become singular. That is was, because it is a past tense. Now what this person is doing? Watching. So continuously this action is going on, so we will add ing. That means watching TV when she called. So you have to remember one thing. There are 2 helping verbs which is used in past continuous tense, that is was and were. Was is used when the subject, that means the doer of the action, is singular, and were is used when the subject, that is again doer of the action, who is plural, and with the main verb we will simply add ing. So this is the difference between the simple past tense and simple continuous tense. Hope you have understood this thing. Thank you.